welcome, and this would be about my impressions about trucking in Europe, I guess. I've been doing this for 4 months now, and well, here's what I have to say about it. What is cool about this driving in Europe is that if you like to travel, you get to see all the different countries, different places, and let me tell you that Europe is not the same anywhere you go, and you get to see all those small towns, and it's really cool. It really is. If you want to change your ideas, I would recommend doing something like this. Well, if North American drivers complain that there are some states who want to lock the trucks at 65 miles per hour, I got news for you. The European drivers, they are stuck at a speed of 53 miles per hour. 53. And all of the trucks are locked at the speed. I mean, there are differences, like some will go at 55, 54, but that's it, 53. And if you're caught going downhill at 60 miles per hour, you can get a ticket. And I'm serious. What else? Apparently, driving here is very dangerous, and this is based on stories I've heard from other drivers. And as you may have known, other drivers have always lots of story to tell. But none of the less, there must be some truth in those stories. I heard, for example, stories of if you park yourself near big towns, and especially in France or in Spain, like Madrid, maybe not Barcelona, but Paris, there are like thieves that will rob you even if you're in your cab. They would like put some gas in your cab that would paralyze you, and then they would rob you in daylight. I don't know if this is true or not, but still, it's scary, you know. I never heard of stories like that. Another thing that I find maybe not tough but challenging for me is that yes, you get to visit all those different countries, and being a driver implies that you travel, right? In North America, if you know English, you will be fine. Here, unless you know 8 different languages or even more, you have to know how to use your body language in order to communicate, because English is not good. When you go to Spain, when you go to France, I speak French, by the way, but I'm lucky. I'm come from Quebec, and try to talk English to a German, for instance. They don't really speak English. Right, I hit the highway now. Reach the blazing speed of 53 miles per hour. Here a driver does mean nothing to anyone. I mean, other people look at a driver, as a truck driver, up from high. Like you're a no one, you're less than no one. At least in the States, I felt like a professional, you know. You're a driver, bake rigs, this and that. I mean, maybe it's my perception, but that's what I mean. At least I felt, maybe not getting a reward, but getting some kind of respect for doing what I'm doing back in North America. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, who knows? Yep, I'm a real Canadian. A real Québécois too. Vrai de vrai. Ain't more la poutine. I'm also Polish, so hell, I'm lost. I don't know who the fuck I am anymore. So sorry for the language. One thing is for sure, we got 1 feet in North America and 1 feet in Europe. Can't say that twice. Another weird thing. I thought that the European Union was uniformized, but it comes to this, as it gets how they pay for the highway system. It's like they have different transporter for each country. Germany has its own system. France has its own transporter. Austria, the Czech Republic, And well, in Spain you get like on a throughway, you take a ticket and you pay at the end. Same with Italy. Hell, I mean, my windshield is packed with transponders. I mean, it's like I got 4 of them. Add to this my GPS, and fuck, I can barely see, you know. Now let's talk about the hours of driving in Europe. It's all uniformized. You get to drive a maximum of 56 hours per week, and that would be 9 hours per day, and you can extend those 9 hours per day twice per week to 10 hours. Here's the catch. You have a limit of 90 hours per 2 weeks of driving. So if you use 56 hours, let's say, in the first week, you only get to drive 36 hours the next week. It's unbelievable. Most of the time you're stopped and you have time to do all you want to do, except thing that truck stops are very rare in Europe, and if there are some, you have to pay for them, and they would be even more expensive than the trucks in North America. Another thing is transmissions. Oh, they have all kinds of transmissions and they are all synchronized. I mean, it should be easier, but for someone who used to drive non-synchronized transmission, it's tricky. The gears are not so fast. The shift ratio is very different. It's much slower. So it took me some time to adapt to those transmissions. Yeah, they pull heavier here. It's the average. The average weight is the maximum average weight for a load is 52 or 53,000 pounds. Of course, you can pull heavier, but you have to get specialized permits for this. And compare with North America, the average is what, 44, 45? I mean, you can go as high as 46, but it depends on the size of the truck and this and that. Another great thing, there is no such thing as scales. No scale houses in Europe. But of course you have the roadside inspection, which is very, very popular in Germany. But what else? Oh yeah, and the drivers, they never idle. I mean, never. Almost never. I never seen trucks stop and idling, which is a normal thing in the States. Yeah. So you have to be a really good planner. I mean, a truck driver, if he wants to get his load on time, he has to know how to plan. And as you may know, transport industry, we have way too many variables. First of them is traffic, weather, what else? Angry shippers, crazy receivers. Nobody gives a fuck about the driver. The driver is the worry about them the least. So in Europe, up to this, you have this unflexible times of hours of driving. I mean, unflexible. You cannot cheat. Simple as that. So, but trucking will be always trucking, whether it's Europe, North America, I guess. If something happens to the load, if someone makes a mistake, I mean, it's always the driver's fault, right? And everybody is shitting on the driver. It's the same thing. And driving is basically the same.